Let's take a look at one more here. If I come back over here and I do long division with numbers, again, I'm going to go through the same process that I went through before. So I'm going to say 25 goes into 30 one time. I'm going to subtract that. I'm going to drop down the 3. I know it's going to go in 2 times. So this is going to be 50. I'll subtract this, drop down to 0. And I know that's going to go in 1 time. But this time I'm going to have a remainder of 5. So really, the way you write this answer, many of you used to write the answer as 121 with a remainder of 5, which is technically incorrect, although when you were in 3rd grade you didn't understand that process. What's really happening here is the answer is 121 plus 5 over 25, and we could reduce that 5 over 25 to 1/5. But that is technically how you should write a remainder. Well, that's how we're going to write the remainder in polynomial long division. So we definitely want to understand this idea or method of writing a remainder. And we're not going to use the old R version that you used probably in elementary school. So let's see how this one plays out. Go ahead and work part B on your own. There are some differences to this one from part A, so see if you can work through that, and if you get stuck, come back and watch the solution in a second. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go through polynomial long division here. So I need an x squared term, so x times x squared is going to give me x to the 3rd minus x squared. I'm going to distribute a negative, which is going to make that. So now x to the 3rd and x to the 3rd cancel out. But I have a different situation here where x squareds are canceling out also, leaving me nothing down here. This means that I'm supposed to drop down the next term, but the problem that I run into is that I cannot put a binomial into a monomial. So I technically need to drop down the positive 8 as well. So in keeping things lined up here, technically I need to find out what I need to multiply times x times negative 2x, and I need to multiply negative 2. Well, negative 2 goes above the 8. There is no x term here. So I'm actually going to put a negative 2 here. So negative 2 times x gives me negative 2x. Negative 2 times 1 gives me a positive 2. Now, if you wanted to, you absolutely could put a 0x right there to fill that gap, although it won't be part of our final answer. Now I'm going to subtract this, so I have to negate everything. And so when I do that, the 2x's cancel out, thus leaving me a 6. Now, this is a remainder of 6. So the way that we write the remainder in polynomial long division is the answer is x squared minus 2, but this is going to be plus 6 over x minus 1, which is what we were originally dividing it by. So this is my final answer with the remainder. Okay, so polynomial long division has a lot going on with it. It takes a few practices to get it down, but once you do it a handful of times, you kind of get in a rhythm.